Redmi has relaunched the 8A in my country and I am very excited for this one. A little late to the party, but welcome to my full review of the Redmi 8A. If you are new on the channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Redmi 8A's box contains a lid with some documents and a SIM eject tool, the phone, an 18-watt charger and a USB Type-C cable. Redmi 8A comes in 3 colors including the ocean blue, the sunset red and the midnight black, which also happens to be the color of our device. Redmi 8A weighs at about 190 grams. This is a thin phone with a bulky build. Redmi 8A is wrapped inside a plastic body. The back of this phone has a matte finish. In the middle of its back is a dark stripe with the Redmi branding. The plastic frame follows the color of the body. Top and bottom of the frame have a flat finish, which in my opinion adds a slightly premium touch to this phone. This phone is not water resistant, but it is splash resistant. At the bottom you get a bottom firing speaker, a USB Type-C port, a headphone jack and a mic. On the right side is the phone's power button and the volume rocker. At the top is a secondary noise cancellation mic and a SIM card slot is on the left side. This phone can hold 2 SIM cards and a microSD card at the same time. Moving on to the display, Redmi 8A has a 6.2 inches IPS LCD panel with a resolution of 720 x 1560 pixels and a PPI of 270 and brightness of up to 400 nits. The display is protected by Gorilla Glass 5 and it's impressive. This screen has a water drop notch on the front and a notable bottom chin. Aspect ratio of this phone is 19:9. At the top of the screen is the front call speaker of this phone. The side bezels of this phone are just fine. They are not as huge. Speaking of the display's clarity, I found it better than the current competition. This LCD display produces fine colors. They are not the very best, but obviously you have to see the price tag as well, and for that I find this display doing a fair job. I used this phone outside in the bright light and personally I had no issues using this phone at my 12. The indoor performance is pretty good. You will find the colors, the bright and dark colors very accurate. I also played games on this screen and had a fairly good experience. You can change the display's look according to your personal preference. Redmi 8A has a dark mode which makes the elements look really good. Redmi 8A is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 439 chipset. It posts a score of about 86,000 on AnTuTu. This phone has a RAM of 2GB and internal storage of 32GB, which can be further expanded with the help of a microSD card. I played PUBG Mobile on this phone for about 2 hours and this was a good experience. The game offers smooth frame rate settings and the graphic settings are limited to the phone's capabilities. The details and colors in the game are exactly what you should expect from a phone of this league. The phone did not heat up thanks to the Snapdragon processor. The highest temperature it hit was 38 degrees and this in my opinion is a really good performance. As far as the speaker is concerned, it's just an average one. Check out the speaker's quality for yourself. For the best sound output, I recommend hooking up a headphone since this phone has a headphone jack. Talking about the software of this phone, Redmi 8A is powered by the Android 9, which is themed by the MIUI 11. I personally like the MIUI because of its colorful elements and a lot of customization available at hand. This phone has the modes like the dark mode. It has its screen recorder too. You can customize the display colors. There is a battery saver in there too. With the game booster, you can boost the performance of the games. Overall, the MIUI 11 will improve your Redmi 8A ownership experience. For the security, the Redmi 8A has face recognition which works flawlessly, or you can enable the PIN and password as well. No fingerprint scanner is available on this phone. This phone has a single 13 megapixels camera at its back and an 8 megapixels camera on the front. The camera comes with the photo, the short video, portrait and the pro mode. The pictures come out fine, not very detailed and not very accurate with the colors. But I am not sure what your expectations should be from such a phone. I find this acceptable. The selfies look good as well. This phone can capture 1080p at 30 frames per second from the rear and also from the front camera. There is no stabilization involved here. This is the front 1080p at 30 frames per second video from the Redmi 8A. This phone does not have any stabilization, but keeping in view its price bracket, I think it's doing a fairly good job with the front camera. I find the video very good. It's bringing the background in a really good shape as well, and you can now look around too. Also, you can get an idea about the mic recording quality of the Redmi 8A through this video. Now comes the battery, the most highlighted feature of this phone, and this is where it takes all the points. First things first, it has a 5000 mAh battery. You heard that right. There is a whopping 5000 mAh battery in this handset, and it can last easily for about 2 days. In my very stressful battery drain test, this phone stayed on for about 9 hours and 32 minutes without the screen going off even for a second. This is more than any flagship device of today. This battery with its 18-watt charger takes about 2 hours and 51 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%. This is probably the biggest battery in this price tag and puts all the competitors to the shame. The competitor devices do not have an 18-watt charger, they come with a 10-watt charger instead. Now the price tag of this device. In this price tag, this is the best phone that you can pick up right now. The only thing I would want to get here is the Android 10. Other than that, this phone does complete justice with its price bracket. I mean, if I quickly compare it to the Galaxy A01, which happens to be a direct competitor of this phone, the Redmi 8A has a better build and feel to it. Gorilla Glass 5 protection, a bigger battery with better charger, bigger screen, better camera and better performance too. This now brings us to the conclusion of this review. Do I recommend getting the Redmi 8A? Well, absolutely yes. If you are looking for a new device in this price bracket, or even if you are looking for a secondary device which provides you a very good backup, especially a very great battery backup, this is a no-brainer for all such users. This phone is a battery powerhouse with impressive features loaded all over. Drop your feedback about this video in the comments below. If you have not subscribed yet, subscribe now. With that said, I will sign off and see you in the next one.